Boom, I'm in the room. Oh, I was called out again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Everyday Conversations regarding mental health. Now, the reason you're here is because there's nothing on the telly. Now, we've had a little bit of a to-do, a thing's happened, and I'll tell you all about that. But we're coming to you live from the old Heale Manor. Now, just literally a couple of minutes ago, we've been having a conversation with a guest that I was having on tonight. Unfortunately, he's had to pull out at the 20th, the last second, literally. So I'm doing stuff on the fly at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a little chat about some of the stuff that we've been doing and some of the stuff that we look at that's coming up in the not too distant. Now, as you know, last week I had a great guest on. We were talking about a near-death experience, or a couple of near-death experiences, and what she's been through. Great show that was, and yeah. And a couple of weeks before that, we've had some fantastic guests on talking about stuff. I don't know if you caught the one about trafficking. I was left almost speechless. It was a really good conversation, really difficult to listen to, and yeah, I struggled with it. I'm sure you guys did as well. Anyway, so I know it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong tonight. Boom! I'm back in the room. So there you go. Right. What we're trying to do with this show is take the stigma out of mental health, about encouraging people to talk about their mental well-being, about making the conversation around mental well-being, mental health, an everyday conversation to make it comfortable for people to talk about. And that's what it's really all about. It's about encouraging people across the piece to talk about their issues, to talk about how they're feeling, and to make them comfortable, because it's okay not to be okay, and that's becoming a popular saying. Prince William is an advocate for it, along with young Kate. They are pushing that narrative. It's okay not to be okay. And there's lots of other people that are jumping onto this. And it's really good to be able to open up and talk to somebody. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, if you're anxious, then it's okay to be able to go and talk to somebody about it. And if you're somebody that is okay, and somebody approaches you that has got an issue, and you've got the time to listen, and that's the key, is having the time to be able to sit and listen. And that's all it takes sometimes to bring somebody back from the brink, is just to sit down, use these twice as much as use that, and give them a hug. Sometimes that's all somebody needs, just to feel wanted, just that somebody will listen to them. There's lots and lots of charities out there, particularly for the military. There are somewhere around about 2,000 charities that are dedicated to veterans, to help them in all different ways. Obviously, it's not all about being in need, like today. I've been to a group this afternoon. I go there every Thursday, and it's run by the Veterans Outreach Support. And it's just about sitting around, having a cup of tea, and the last Thursday of the month you get bacon and sausage rolls. So they look after us. Most weeks it's just biscuits, but yeah, sausage sausages and bacon today. So it's great, brilliant. And it's a really good mix of veterans in there, and we'll just have a bit of banter. Obviously take the mickey out of the RAF and get picked on by a few matlows. But it's fun, and people feel good about it. And this group, they learn lots and lots of activities. Last night over in Portsmouth, they have skittles and snorkers, they call it. So you're having a game of skittles, and they own a bit of grub for you and stuff like that. And there's normally a good turnout. There's about 20 odd guys and girls there last night, apparently. There's another group I go to called Buns and Banter, and they organised a trip up to Bletchley Park last week. Last week went to Bletchley Park. Had a great time. Minibus took about 3.5 hours to get up there. It was a struggle getting out of the minibus when we got there. It was all seized up. Quite funny. Had a few hours then, and then sort of about a 3-hour run back. And that was laid on for us. A few weeks back we went up to London. We went to the Houses of Parliament, met our local MP, had a tour around the Palace of Westminster to see where they take liberties with our taxpayers' money. And then we went to the Imperial War Museum after. So that was laid on for us. And there's lots and lots of different other groups around the country. There's the Armed Forces and Veterans Breakfast Clubs. They're great. We've got about half a dozen around here, actually. There's one at the RNA Club in Gosport. There's Sovereigns up at Portsmouth. There's another one at Eastleigh. Eastleigh one's really good. Really friendly bunch up there. And so there's lots and lots of veterans groups out there that are just there for fun. There are also lots of veterans groups out there if you need some serious help. The likes of Help for Heroes, Combat Stress, Forgotten Veterans UK, Service Dogs UK. So there's lots and lots of help out there. So you don't need to feel isolated. You don't need to feel alone. Off the back of what the guys have been doing at today's group, there's a fella that's had a stroke that's in a care home at the moment. He's only 60. He's a veteran. He's a REME veteran, and we've got a couple of REME guys in the group today, and they've been in touch with him. They've been in touch with the REME Association, and they're coming down. They're going to assess him to give him some additional needs, some additional help. So that's come off the back of that. Several months ago, back in November, I did a piece that went out on the national news. Off the back of that, I had a veteran contact me just after it gone out on the news, saying that he'd been struggling. He'd been shut up in his flat for 2 years. Hadn't been outside his flat for 2 years. I put him in touch with a mate. He went and helped him a little bit. His problems were a little bit too complex for my mate to deal with. He said, did I know anybody else? So I put him in touch with this Forgotten Veterans. They contacted him, convinced him that it was a good idea to leave his flat, get on a coach, come all the way from the Midlands down to Portsmouth, and spent the weekend with him down there. And they've been helping him with his problems. So there is help out there. You don't need to feel alone. So if you are watching this and you are feeling a bit lonely, reach out. There are lots and lots of veterans out there in similar positions. Anyway, I've gone on a little bit too much. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I've got another guest lined up for next week. So be sure to tune in for then. The quiz channel, live stream awesome quiz. That's back on Tuesday. Got another fantastic quiz coming up, and you'll enjoy it. It's it's a good one. So until then, I'm gonna love you and leave you I'm going to call this a show. So until next week, I'll catch up with you all then. So until then, TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Oh, we're back to this screen. So don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel. It's free to do that. Click the thumbs. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Give us if you click the bell icon, and apparently if you click all, it notifies you when I go live. So you're welcome to do that anytime you like. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't put a bot on you or anything like that. It just, you can see when I go live. So until then, we'll do the old TTFN again. So ta-ta for now.